Welcome back to Single Mentality, ladies and gentlemen. As I mentioned before the break, we got the chance to sit down with a very funny comedian who was in town recently. His name is Sebastian Maniscalco. You've seen him on The Tonight Show. He's done stand-up on The Tonight Show. He's also been a fashion consultant. He's done stand-up on The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson, Comedy Central. He has his own DVD out. He was part of the Vince Vaughn comedy, Wild West comedy tour. Yep. And we like this guy, and we wanted to have him on the show because a lot of his material talks about dating, talks about single guys, couples.
Well, the situations that you get in when you're maybe on a date or you're trying to get involved in a relationship, the differences that you're going to have, sometimes the double standards that we've talked about before.
Right, exactly. And we got a chance to sit down with him over the weekend, and I thought he was very candid, He didn't do his bits. He actually spoke honestly, which I thought was
we've seen fantastic. A lot of the stuff he's done, and he didn't go into his bits. He was genuine, he's just funny by design. That's the way he is. But he didn't go into his stand-up routine. He was really interested in giving us his perspective on the single mentality.
Exactly. So we're going to show you a clip right now. This is Sebastian Maniscalco, sitting down with MC and myself on a casual Friday afternoon in Boston. Welcome on in, everybody. This is Phil, here with MC, with Single Mentality from the Pulse Network. And we are here with one of the funniest comedians that I have come across in the last, 10 or 15 years. Sebastian Maniscalco. Welcome to Single Mentality, Sebastian.
Thanks for having me, guys. Nice to be here.
It's great to see you. I've been a fan for a while, as has MC. We wanted to have you on the show because on Single Mentality, we talk a lot about dating. We talk a lot about guys interacting with women, which is a good amount of your material. I guess one question is, has it come from personal experience? And then the second question I have is, has taking that personal experience to your act got you into any kind of trouble with any ladies that you've dated in the past?
Yeah, the material always comes from personal experiences, dating. I typically don't do material about the girl I'm dating at the time. It normally comes maybe from a breakup or whatnot.
Get in a fight with your girlfriend, you'll find out what text messaging is all about. Left the house, a little envelope came up. It's a message from her, it's like, why have you changed? And I didn't know there was rules to text messaging. I called her back. I'm like, what's going on? She's like, what are you doing? We're not ready for this. Hang up and text me back.
Yeah, a lot of girls that I've dated in the past, she's like, oh, is this gonna end up in your act? And I'm like, no, it's don't flatter yourself. But no, the girl I'm currently dating right now, there's a bit I'm working on about a grocery store experience that me and her had. So it's fun stuff. It's never like demeaning to women.
One thing that I've talked about with some of my guy friends is when we're on a date, we kind of feel like the woman is kind of sitting back expecting the guy to entertain them. And it's like, we're kind of sitting there, I'm saying to myself, like, I'm not Don Rickles here. Like, you got to give a little bit. You got to participate a little bit. First of all, do you feel that way? And second of all, is it more pressure on you because you are an entertainer?
This is the thing with comedians going out with women, and like most comedians are always on, always doing material, trying to be funny, and personally I think it's annoying. Natural guys, the funny people that are naturally funny and it just comes out, it doesn't seem like they're putting on an act or whatever at the dinner table or whatnot. I know one comedian, I'm not going to mention, that he's constantly doing bits on a date, which is, God, it's got to be annoying because I can't stand listening to comedians do their bits on me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I typically I am myself on a date. And
that full interview will be available on the Single Mentality Facebook page, which you can search for that on Facebook, as well as the PulseNetwork.com, the Single Mentality On Demand page. There's a lot more funny stuff. Obviously, we had to cut it down a little bit. Funny and interesting stuff, to be honest with you. He gave us a lot of interesting thoughts, a lot of funny thoughts. Yeah. And we went to see the show on Friday night, which I thought was hysterical. Your first time seeing him?
My first time seeing him.
Right.
Well, was that not his first time headlining the show?
It was his first time in Boston.
In Boston.
And in a theater, I think.
And his first
Yeah.
time in a theater. I think it was the start of his sort of, I don't know if it's a theater.
It's a bigger
Tour.
sort of tour.
Yeah.
Right,
No, it was
exactly.
spectacular. I had a blast.
Yeah, he was funny.
He handled it well.
This is his DVD right here. It's Sebastian Live. You can get it at his website, sebastianlive.com. You can get it at Amazon. He also, we're going to give out his social media information. He's into social media, whether it's reluctantly or not, I'm not sure, but he does it
And he
pretty
keeps
well.
up on it really
Yeah.
well. A lot better than any other comedian.
I think I know more about what he's doing than I know about what any of you guys are doing, to be honest with you.
I like to keep my life as private.
For good reason. His Facebook page is facebook.com/Sebastian Comedy. And by the way, friend him because he's always tagged with beautiful women in that thing.
This is true.
MC, you've made some connections.
Yeah,
I think.
if we look at the full interview, we get into that a little bit. So make sure we check out the full length interview.
Right. His Twitter is twitter.com /Maniscalco. YouTube is youtube.com Sebastian Comedy 1. And he's got a bunch of upcoming shows: San Jose, Fort Lauderdale, Maryland, New York, Cairo.
I don't know if that one's going to
In
go
March.
down.
That one could be a little bit tricky.
Yeah.
We'll
Might want
see
to
what-
check his webpage on that
Yeah,
one.
if you
Closer to
plan
the
on going
date.
to the Cairo show, just keep an update on his website, Sebastian Live, as to whether or not that's actually going to happen.
Before you book his flight.
TBD.
Exactly. But I highly recommend the DVD, Sebastian Live, partially because there's something that we actually talked about on the interview. There's a bonus feature on here, which is his first show, his first set, really. And it's quite different from what he does now. Some of the material is the same, but you can kind of see the evolution of a stand-up comedy act, which I think is quite interesting, and I think kind of gives you a little insight into the amount of work that goes into being a stand-up comedian. It's not necessarily just standing up there and being funny. You kind of have to hone your act, and I think it's just very interesting. in
I
addition
think you have to give him credit for putting that on there because, as he told us, he was pretty much horrified by that. I mean, he
Yeah.
says it's just terrible. It looks nothing like what he does now. But then again, he said he'll look back 7 years from now, and it may not be the same set that he's doing right now.
Right. Yeah, it took a lot of balls to put that on, to
Yeah.
be honest with you. So we thank him for joining us this weekend. Thank him for allowing us to air the interview. We thank you guys for watching Single Mentality once again.
Always.
We appreciate it, and we'll see you guys next Tuesday.
All right, another Mad Men star, Christina Hendricks. She got good reviews for this dress. I don't know.